Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Assataamani and we're back for yet another YouTube video. So you guys know, if you've been following along on my PCOS journey, that I have PCOS or PMOS as the new terminology explains it to be. Y'all, I literally am 17 pounds down from my highest weight of 193 pounds. I am 5'3". I'm very curvy, mainly because of the fact that I'm genetically, naturally just really busty, but also the fact that I spent so many years building up my glutes and my legs to give me kind of like that more curvy type of shape. And I did this by doing a lot of glute exercises, hamstring exercises, as well as focusing on my back a lot in my fitness journey. But this video honestly is kind of like bittersweet. I am officially 3 months into this weight loss journey, the most recent weight loss journey, but I've had several weight loss and weight gain journeys, intentionally and non-intentionally. So I wanted to kind of clock in with you guys because it has officially been 3 months since I actually started with this weight loss journey. Just to give you guys some background information, everything will be linked in the description box that I'm telling you guys about. I did switch over to a new GLP-1 company. The GLP-1 company that I use now is called LifeRX MD, and you can use my code Assata. I am a partner with them and I'm super freaking excited because of the fact that the GLP-1 that I was using before, like in the beginning of me taking it, mind you, I was on it for almost 3 years, like 2.5 years. In the beginning of me taking it, I'm having the side effects that I'm having now with this new GLP-1 company, right? But I started noticing changes, and I'm just gonna kind of keep it like that because I don't want to go into too much detail because I can't go into too much detail. But if you know me, you know me. I want to say what I want to say, but I started noticing that I wasn't losing weight anymore. I started noticing that my hunger cravings were back in full force. And I kind of just started falling off of that GLP-1, to be quite honest with you, because I wasn't seeing the results that I knew for a fact a GLP-1 is supposed to give you. I do use Tirzepatide, just for you all wondering which wellness GLP-1 I use. I use Tirzepatide, but you may, want to talk to your physician and see which one is best for you. You can use my code Assata when checking out and you'll get $50 off. But with that being said, I wasn't seeing changes in my body anymore. If anything, I was kind of maintaining, and then I started falling off. So I started gaining a lot of weight. It was just a mess. So I decided to use a different GLP-1 company, and I'm so glad that I made that switch. It was very hard for me. It was very bittersweet because of the fact I had built so many relationships within the last telehealth company. But we're on to bigger and better things. LifeRx has better reviews, and honestly, I only took one shot, only one injection shot. And I literally got my period today. I know a little TMI, but y'all don't understand how excited I was to get my period because I haven't had my period in the past like 3 months. Now that is very common when you have PMOS. So it's common, but I was used to having my period regularly and then it just kind of went away. I don't know. I don't know. So with that being said, I just took my shot on Monday. I was 100 and actually, where's my phone? Because I keep track and I keep data on everything. Let me go ahead and open up my app. I took my first shot on the 6th of July, 2026. I was 179.2 pounds when I took my shot, and I stepped on the scale today and I was 176 pounds and I got my period. So there's a lot of things, that a GLP-1 can do for you, especially if you have hormonal problems or pre-diabetic, diabetic, whatever the case may be. You want to talk to your physician and find out what it is that you need to do. But we're on this journey and we're on this journey together. So I decided to make this video because it is 3 months into this most recent weight loss journey. For you guys who may be wondering, I've done this naturally, but the only time that I've done it naturally where I listened to what everybody was saying and I was counting calories and I was doing keto, you know what I mean? Like, I lost a lot of weight, don't get me wrong, but honestly, keto for me right now in my life is just not for me. So I ended up stopping keto and gained all the weight back plus more. So, I mean, I can do it naturally and not do keto, you know, but I really can't. And here's why. I have tried for literally years to listen to what other people were telling me, like, do this, do this, do that, it's gonna work. And don't get me wrong, my physique did change, but I didn't lose any weight. Like, I would stay at like 175, 180 pounds, like literally was not losing weight. I was body recomping and I was tracking my calories, doing my best to track my calories. If I fell off for one day, literally I will gain so much weight if I kept falling off like super quickly. So PCOS, PMOS, you know, I'm not trying to deter anybody from not doing it naturally. Do it naturally if that's what your heart is calling you to do. This is your journey, this is your body, this is your story. So do whatever it is that you want to do. If you're comfortable with the weight that you're at and you just want a body recomp, cool, like do it. But for me, I love GLP-1s. I love Tirzepatide. It changed my life and is changing my life, and it's helping so many other people, because I know there's a lot of stigma. Like, a lot of people be like, just do it naturally. Like, girl, I've tried for years. I've tried for years. What you gonna say now? Just a mess. So with that being said, don't speak on things that you don't know about or don't go through. That's what I had to learn through life. So yes, I did do it naturally before when I did keto, and I had to literally cut my carbs so much. And keto wasn't that bad, to be honest, because I got to eat steak, I got to eat hot wings all the time, ranch, cheese, all of that. So it wasn't the most terrible diet, don't get me wrong. And right now, from what I'm seeing in the grocery stores, they have a lot of keto options or low carb options. But then you got people on the other side saying, don't cut your carbs, don't do low carb, you need it for energy, your body needs it for fuel. Child, it's just too much going on, and I don't got time to overthink. I'm a full-time content creator, full-time musician, as well as a full-time mom, which is basically 2 jobs. I don't have time to overthink every single thing. But let's go ahead and get into this GLP-1 Tirzepatide that I've been using now for almost 3 years. And the most recent switch that I actually made, and why exactly it is fitting my lifestyle so perfectly. Like I mentioned, I am currently 176 pounds on my period at that. Like, so I'm probably like, you know, a little 174, because you know that period, it be putting a little bit of fluff on you. But I am feeling honestly very motivated to keep going. I'm halfway to my first goal weight. I want to see what I look like at 165 pounds. And then I was going to start body recomping 165 to like 160 to kind of stay in that range. I wanted to start body recomping to build muscle, but of course it just depends on how I'm feeling, how I feel about my body, and not anybody else's opinion. I am 5'3". So the normal weight for me is like 120 to 135 pounds. I am 176 pounds, and there's nothing wrong with being on the thicker side, don't get me wrong, but my main goal is to reduce my breasts as well as reduce the amount of belly fat that I have, and that's extremely hard when you have PCOS to do. So I want to see what I look like at 165, but there's no telling. I may need to be 155. I may need to be 145. I may need to be 135. You never know. So that's what I'm saying. I'm halfway through this first weight loss goal, and y'all, it feels bittersweet because I'm just like, girl, you're really doing this. Like, I love my body at my thicker weight. I love my body at my smaller weight. I love my body in the middle, you know? So it's just bittersweet because I'm just like, I miss when my butt was like, you know, it's still big, but I miss when it was like juicy and like my curves were popping, you know what I mean? But it's still there. It's still popping. As you guys can see, is there, but at the end of the day, I want to focus more on my wellness, and I really want to get this belly fat off, and I want to reduce the size of my breasts. That's my why, and that's what you have to do in this journey. You have to have a why, and you have to stick to that why and make sure it's emotionally driven. If I know for a fact I am so sick and tired of not being able to put on certain tops because it just is not flattering, I'm sick and tired of it, you know? So you know why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe yours is a lot different. Maybe you want to run around and play with your children without feeling out of breath. Maybe you want to be able to, I don't know, go for a walk and not feel out of breath. Or maybe you're just tired of being sexualized at a more curvier size, or whatever the case may be. There's so many different reasons why people do what they're doing. So don't judge other people on their journey. You never know what their why is. You never know what they're battling, what they're facing, what's going on internally. Be kind to other people. And I would love for you guys to share with me what your why is in the comment section below. I'm rooting you on if nobody else is rooting you on, because I've been 196 pounds while pregnant. I've been 196 pounds during quarantine. I've been 196 pounds. It's that magic number. I don't know why I keep getting up to 196. I've been 196 pounds when I regained my weight from keto and started bulking for my lower body, you know, and then I did a GLP-1 and it was working for a little bit, and then it just stopped working. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking at reviews and I'm not liking what I'm seeing, so I made the switch. So yes, I'm with LifeRx now. It has way better reviews. The physician, y'all, he was on it. He was on like, what's your family history medically? What's this? What's that? They got me my medication extremely fast. Their website is easy to work. It's just so many more pros with working with LifeRx than it was the last company. But that's besides the point. I want to know what you guys' why is in the comment section. Why you want to lose weight, even if you're not taking any type of, you know, telehealth medicine, or you're doing it naturally. I want to know your why. So yeah, bye.